Lunchbox?
Is that it?
Lunchbox? Okay, let's go get it. You guys ready for a good day? There you go, it's gonna be a good day. A good week. Here we go. Alright, it is day one of my fast. I just woke up a little while ago, got my kids off to school, got them breakfast and all that good stuff. It's gonna be a little crazy, not really sure how it's gonna all go. I'm a little worried I'm gonna get really hangry. And that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on and not blow up at people because I'm hungry. I'm a pretty big guy. I really like to eat food, but fasting is an important thing in the Christian faith, and it's something that I have not done very well. It's something that I think the church doesn't really understand fully. So I'm gonna be fasting here for the next few days, and we'll see how long I can go, and we'll see how it works. I'm just drinking water for this fast, which means I'm cutting out coffee. Ugh, I'm a little worried about that. I love a good cup of coffee in the morning. I usually have about a cup a day, and I think that's gonna be hard. I'm expecting I'll get some headaches. I'm expecting I'll probably have some caffeine withdrawal, some sugar withdrawal, whatever else. Yeah, but we'll give it a try. In Christian fasting is always connected to prayer for something. It's not just something you do to lose weight. I'm not doing this to lose weight, although I could afford to lose a pound or 10 or 20. But the reason I'm fasting is because I have a family member who is in a very rough shape right now, in critical care right now in the hospital, who is fighting for their life. And so I'm going to be praying and fasting and begging God for a miracle, begging God to do something awesome and save this person's life. So here it goes. I'm fasting. It's day one. I'm going to try to keep my normal routine. I'm going to try to not make a big deal about it. So usually I go for a run in the morning, but since I'm going to be fasting, I'm not sure that running is the best idea. I'm afraid I'm going to get dizzy or pass out or something. So rather than scaring everyone in the neighborhood or potentially hurting myself, I am going to just go for a walk, and then I'll get my day started from there. It's 8 in the morning right now. My last meal was at 6 p.m. last night. So I've officially been fasting, as we all do every night while we're sleeping. I've officially been fasting for about 14 hours now, and we're gonna see how long I can do, and I'm gonna document this and see, hopefully encourage some of you guys to try it out as well. It is noon on day one, which means I've been fasting about 18 hours or so. I'm starting to get kind of hungry. My body's saying, hey, it's lunchtime. Why aren't you eating right now? So I'm gonna go ahead and have my lunch right here. I'm just starting to get a bit of a dull headache that I thought would be coming on. My body's starting to say, hey, go grab some food. It's starting to hurt a little bit. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. But so far so good, not too bad. We'll see tonight. I think it's gonna get worse. It's day two, about 7 a.m., which means I've been fasting now for about 37 hours. And last night I actually slept pretty good. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. I thought I'd have a lot more hunger pain at night, but I just drank a bunch of water before bed, and I didn't wake up with any hunger pain. I did have to pee a couple times, but had a good night's sleep, and this morning I've got a little bit of a dull headache, but it's not any worse than it was yesterday, and I'm actually feeling okay. Got my breakfast right here. All right. Delicious. One of the things that's been really cool so far is just that reminder every time I start thinking about food, since I'm trying to focus more on God than I am on eating to feast on God and not on food. It's been cool that every time I'm thinking about food, I'm reminding myself to pray instead. So I've been spending a lot more time in prayer, or just setting up little silent prayers to God, just quick ones every time I think about food, just asking for His help, asking for His help in the situation I've been talking about. And it's just been a really cool thing just to have this constant reminder to pray, and I feel like I've been kind of in a more of a constant flow of conversation with God. Day 2 is on the way, and I'm ready to do it. Let's do this thing. All right, it is just past 8 o'clock the night of day 2. This means I've been fasting for over 50 hours now, and I'm starting to feel it. Today was a bit rough. It was a lot harder than the day 1 was. Hardest part of the day, I had to go to the grocery store to get some food for my family, and the grocery store was torture. It was so bad. If you were fasting, avoid the grocery store if at all possible. It was tough. That was torture. The hardest thing was walking down in there, and the grocery store has a Starbucks in it, and I'm smelling the fresh brewed coffee that people are ordering, and then I turn the corner and I smell all these fresh pastries and donuts that they had out, and oh, I want one so bad. Headache's a little less dull than it used to be, but I still have kind of a dull headache. It still feels a little rough. My energy level is low, and one of the things that was really tough for me today was my focus was just non-existent. I had no ability to focus. I was sitting in my office trying to get a bunch of work done today, trying to do some projects I had, and my ability to stare at the screen and focus and think and process stuff correctly was just... Another thing I found myself doing today is just walking towards my refrigerator and just opening it and just staring for a little bit and shutting the door again, and just basically torturing myself looking at food. But other than that, I'm actually feeling all right. My energy level's not quite where it is. My focus isn't quite there. I'm a little bit fuzzy and foggy, but I'm feeling pretty good. And it's still, again, it's been really cool. Just every time I'm getting hungry, I'm trying to remind myself, okay, focus on God instead. Pray, talk to Him about it. Rely on God for sustaining me and taking care of me, and not just food. And it's been a really pretty incredible experience in that regard. And had a great Bible study this morning, and the Bible verse was actually corresponding to eating food. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. But it was actually, I got some great takeaway from it, and really feel like I'm just more spiritually attuned right now. And I have my little nighttime snack here. Not bad. Good night. Morning of day 3. It's about 7 a.m. right now, which means I have been fasting for over 61 hours. Whew. Man, that's a long time. Did not think I was going to be able to make it that long, and I'm feeling a lot better this morning. I heard a lot of people say on day 3 you start to feel better, and truly my headaches that I've been having the last 2 days are gone. I have a little bit more energy this morning. I can feel it already, and so far it feels pretty good. Now I am still hungry, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday morning, so I'm hoping that stays that way today, but we'll see. And one of the coolest things about fasting has been just really exercising my self-control and my discipline, and really stretching my muscles to see, okay, how much can I be self-controlled? How much can I resist the temptation to give in, even to something as simple as eating? And I was reading in my Bible in my quiet time this morning, the verse in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, that no temptation is overtaken us except what's common. No temptation has come at us except what's common to man, but God always provides a way out. And a lot of times we have so many temptations in life to sin, so many temptations to give into greed or to pride or to lust or whatever else it is, and we feel like we are powerless. And really God says, look, no temptation is overtaking you except what's common to man, and you have the power that through me to get out of this. I will give you a way out, that you can endure these temptations. And I feel like through fasting I'm kind of working that muscle of self-control and enduring temptation, and it's giving me a lot more confidence in my own abilities through Christ, to overcome these temptations, to overcome these struggles, and to really be more self-controlled and more disciplined in my life. And so it's been a really cool experience. I feel like my time with God has been more fruitful. My prayer has been better. I've been praying throughout the day. Every time I'm feeling like I want to have food, I pause and I stop and I remind myself to feed off of God and not just off of food. And it's been a really cool experience. So today's gonna be my last day. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to dinner, but I want to go the full 3 days, and I'm just kind of shocked that I was actually able to do it, and it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. And today I'm actually feeling pretty good so far, so we'll see how that goes. Well, it is almost 6 p.m. on day 3, which means I am counting down the seconds until I am done with this fast. It's been nearly 3 days, approximately 72 hours, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. Day 3 has been a bit more of a breeze, actually, surprisingly enough. Yesterday I had a lot of really bad headaches. Today I'm feeling really good. I had a lot more energy today. I was able to get a lot more work done. My focus was back and I could really hone in on things, and I really felt pretty good. Actually, thinking about it, I really feel like I could probably go another day or two if I had to, but promised I was going to break it off on 3 days, and so I'm going to break it tonight. Going to go have dinner with my family here in a few minutes. They're really excited for me to join them again. I've been sitting with them while they're eating, but I haven't been eating with them. So I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait. Oh man, I've been thinking about food all day. Actually, the hardest part today has literally been just counting down the last few hours here, waiting for dinner time. As long as I'm not thinking about food, I can handle it okay. But when I start thinking about that food that I'm about to put into my mouth, oh man, it feels like time has kind of slowed down to a standstill here, waiting for these last few minutes to tick by. But I did it, 3 days of fasting, and I'll tell you, I'm really glad I did it. It's been a really cool experience. The spiritual aspect of it has been awesome. I have really felt like I've connected more with God. My prayer time has been really good and productive. My time in the Word's just been really fruitful, and I really just feel like, man, it's just been a really awesome experience. I also feel like I've kind of proven to myself that I have more willpower and strength through the power of the Holy Spirit to really resist temptation more. And I know some of you are wondering, okay, what are the physical effects of fasting? And now the reason I'm fasting is for spiritual reasons. I want to make sure that that's clear. That's the reason you fast in the Bible. It's not just for weight loss, but there are physical benefits as well. And I just did my final weigh-in, and I have lost a grand total of 11 pounds in 3 days. That's pretty crazy. All right. That's it. I'm gonna go eat. Later.